It's the final weekend of the regular season and a big one for the Clemson Tigers. They look to shore up their postseason standing as they take on the Eagles of Boston College. Taking a look at the ACC standings, Clemson and BC at the bottom of their division, but the key is you want to be one of the 12 teams that makes it onto the tourney. Currently, the Tigers sit right there just ahead of Duke as weekend play begins. Hi, everybody, and welcome in with Ron Smith, Pete Hannity with you. So here's a Clemson team that essentially is trying to put away the memories of the previous 50 or so games and focus on the task at hand over the next 3 days.
And that has been the mantra for Monty Lee and his coaching staff. One game at a time, let's compete and try to get a little bit better every day.
Now, in game one of this series, Tigers are going to face a tough and veteran right-hander for Boston College. Joe Mancini, in fact, comes off two very impressive starts.
Really good against Florida State. And then also against Notre Dame, but 70 innings pitched, only 21 walks. He's got pitchability.
In his last win against Florida State, he went the distance a couple of weeks ago. Max Wagner for Clemson, meanwhile, having one of the best power hitting seasons in Tiger history.
Well, he's just made a remarkable turnaround offensively from last year and has seen the ball well all year. Has been consistently hitting in the middle of this Tigers lineup.
Top hitter in the BC lineup is Ramon Jimenez, a infielder for them and a veteran, followed by Cameron Leary, their right fielder, Luke Gold, a junior second baseman, Joe Vitrano, one of their sophomore prospects we'll talk about this weekend. It's cleanup, Landwehr, the catcher, Shawmut, the DH, Barry Walsh, the center fielder, followed by Aiden Harrington, and Sam McNulty, the shortstop, for Mike Gambino, guiding his alma mater in his 12th season. Mac Anglin coming off, let's say, a very weird start his last time out Friday at Virginia, but he has come along this season and held down that Friday starting role, in this case, of course, a Thursday to start a weekend series.
Well, he has at times had explosive stuff, you know, a 95-mile-an-hour fastball and a slider that has a lot of bite, and when he can throw that for strikes, he's very effective. He'll throw the changeup a little bit against left-handers, but he is mainly a fastball slider guy, Pete.
Anglin making his first career appearance against Boston College. Although the past couple of years have been impacted by COVID, the all-time series has continued. Remember, BC in 2020 was the only ACC foe the Clemson Tigers faced in that shortened season. And here they are facing the Eagles yet another year and trying to make it 7 in a row, going for a 40th win, and this is the 50th all-time meeting. Leadoff batter for the Eagles is actually Travis Honeyman, their top hitter at .353, sophomore out of Massapequa, New York on Long Island, and he takes strike one from Anglin. In the lineup, Tigers center fielder, 8 for 14 in his career against Boston College, runs into that pitch high and deep and way out of here. Just like that, we're tied on home run number 12 on the season for Grice. And that's why, right up the middle into center. They'll wave Wagner, he'll come around. 2-out RBI hit for Engel gives Clemson the 2-1 lead. Rafe Shawmut, one of 4 to strike out against Mac Anglin, who begins the 4th inning. Ooh. Chopper on a shot over to first. Handled on the second bounce by Hawkins. Pitcher covering top shelf play. Scored 3-1. It's out number 2.
Listen, this Clemson infield has been solid all year long, and fielding at a .974 clip.
Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Karras has to throw to first to make it official. Score a 2-3 on the putout, and BC leaves a man in scoring position. 5th strikeout so far for Anglin. He and the Tigers up 2-1. Lead this Clemson team with 90 strikeouts. Able to go the other way. Let's see if it stays fair. It just gets inside the line. Easily coming home is Corbett. Easily going into second with a 2-out RBI stand-up double is Grice. And it's a 3-1 Clemson lead. Blackwell right up the middle, beyond the reach of the second baseman. Into center field it goes. Here comes Grice. He'll beat the throw. And another 2-out RBI hit, this time by Blackwell.
2-out RBI hits. That's how you win ball games. The pop up, straight up. That's well hit.
High and deep to left center field. Back on it, Walsh watches it sail out of here. Another home run for Max Wagner, number 25 on the year, and the Tigers lead 5-1.
Max Wagner continues to do the job of what looked like a high fastball, and his swing is so compact, Pete. I love it.
Right center, converging on it, Walsh at the hill, at the wall, and it's gone. That's how you extend your hitting streak to 11. Home run number 8 on the year for Hawkins. Tigers build the lead to 7-1.
Pete, you've talked about how he has come on late in each of his years here at Clemson. That's certainly the case this year. Fastball out over the plate, up a little bit.
Deliver a final nail. And first pitch swinging into center field. Walsh lets it drop. It'll be an RBI single for Wright. The hitting streak is now 14. The Tigers lead is 8-1. Hard shot up the middle into center field. Another RBI for Hawkins as Wright comes across. Corbett stops at second, and a 10-1 Clemson lead. Ago when he hit 316, I mean, another good year. Came into the ball game hitting 311. Hits that one a good ways to left center field, high and deep, reaching up, and Grice makes the catch. He robs Gold.
Wow.
Who can't believe it?
Yeah, it was a slider down and away, and Gold hit it really well, perfectly timed by Caden Grice, and he used that hill spectacularly. And it helps to be 6'6", but that's a nice play. Wow.
Top home run hitters in the nation. And he swings and sends it to right center. Walsh converging, and ball's not going to be caught. A diving try by Leary. Just one run will score. The base runners had to hold up. Grice comes across to make it 11-1. For 2. They're going to go ahead and hold Wagner at third. Into second with a 2-run double is Engel. Back in the lineup and making his presence known.
You're hitting 229.
And that time, though, a solid single to center. Going to play 2 more. And Chad Ferry making the most of the opportunity. Couple come across to make it 15-1. And the payoff pitch. Runner on the move. Chopped to third. Wagner fields it in fair territory. Throws across. Nice stretch by Grice. And that'll do it. Tigers a resounding series opening win against the Boston College Eagles, 15-1. Mac Anglin, a very impressive 7 innings of work starting tonight and getting his 6th win of the season. A Clemson team that picks up win number 33 overall. Game 2 on the weekend for the Clemson Tigers and Boston College Eagles. A Clemson victory puts the Tigers back in the ACC tourney and certainly helps with the NCAA at-large resume as well. Hi, everybody. Welcome in with Ron Smith, Pete Yannity. The Tigers a resounding 15-1 win on Thursday night in the series opener. It was working in a lot of ways. Let's also note that Clemson team is looking at this series as really the start of their postseason.
And that has been their mindset for the last 2 or 3 weeks, actually, and it's worked really well for them. And last night was a complete game for the Tigers. They played well in all facets.
Let's start with the starter. And speaking of him, Mac Anglin was some kind of special in 7 innings of work. He allowed just 1 run, 5 hits, and had Boston College swinging, missing, and looking as well.
Yeah, he mixed his pitches really well. Fastball, slider, only walked 3 guys and struck out 7.
Tigers had 3 homers in the game. You saw Caden Grice blast his. Max Wagner took over the ACC lead with that, and Clemson had the scoring going too. Runs between the 3rd and 8th inning in bunches.
Well, they just kept putting the pressure on Boston College offensively, and up and down the lineup, a lot of production.
Boston College lineup, Travis Honeyman back in the leadoff spot. He was a left fielder last night. He's the DH this afternoon. Cameron Leary, the right fielder, their top power threat. Luke Gold robbed by Grice of a home run last night. Bats 3rd at second base. Vetrano, the first baseman, followed by Walsh. Jimenez, who had a pinch hit single to keep the game going in the 9th inning last night. Daniel Baruch is in left field, batting 7th. Lucas Stallman in at catcher today. We'll talk more about that. He bats 8th. And Sam McNulty, the freshman shortstop. Rounding out the lineup for for Mike Gambino in his 7th season guiding his alma mater, Boston College. He chases win number 255 in his career. Jeffrey Gilbert began this season out of the bullpen, but of late he's become a starter and done a real nice job in that regard, Ron.
Well, actually his last outing at University of Virginia, he stretched out to 6 innings. He's making this adjustment very, very well into this starting role. He's a guy that is going to have to use his changeup today against this right-handed hitting dominant Boston College team, and they've had a lot of success against left-handed pitching this year.
There's some big wins recently in conference play.
Right, they beat Notre Dame against one of their top lefties, and then they had the big win against Miami, and that was also against a left-handed starter. So Gilbert's got his work really cut out for him, but again, he's got to be able to throw his changeup for strikes.
His first start against BC, it's his 5th career appearance against the Eagles, and first pitch swinging Honeyman. Caden Grice barely moves in center, and it's out number 1. Obviously, as the past few weeks have ensued. To left field, Baruch back on it, still going back, and off the top of the wall. Taylor was on the move with the pitch. He comes across to tie it up, and an RBI double for Cooper Ingle on a ball that looked like Baruch had a chance to catch before even getting to the hill.
Well,
and rolled up the middle, and a collision. Shortstop and second baseman. The run will score, and a man is down.
Oh, man.
Trying to get the Eagles in order for the first time this afternoon. And the payoff pitch. 5 strikeouts so far for the past 5 batters. He's retired 6 straight. 27 out of his last 45 during the streak. In the air to right. Leary back on it at the hill, at the wall, and it's gone. And as he did last night, Hawkins extends his hitting streak with a home run. That's number 9. 25 homers to 2 last year. Significant. Swing at the first pitch. High and deep to left, and gone. That one did not look like it was going to get all that far out there again. Unlike the no-doubter he hit last night, it has plenty to get over the wall. 26th home run of the season for Max Wagner. A 3-run blast to break the game open here in the 7th.
Yeah, Tigers strike again with 2 out.
Wrap things up against Virginia. Swing and a miss. Strikes out the side.
He looks awful good.
3 up, 3 down for BC. Middle of the 8th. Austin Gordon dealing. Tigers have a 4-run. Did he go? Yes, he did, says the first base umpire John Byrne, and that'll do it. What an effort out of the bullpen to earn his 2nd save of the year for Austin Gordon. 8 strikeouts of the 10 batters that he retired. The Tigers win 6-2, and they clinch a spot in the ACC tourney. It's the regular season finale for 2022 here at Doug Kingsmore Stadium. The Clemson Tigers go for the sweep against the Boston College Eagles. In Friday's game, the Tigers, with their victory over BC, clinched the 12th slot and the final slot in the ACC tourney. Today they go after win number 35, looking to further enhance their NCAA at-large resume. Hi, everybody. Welcome in with Ron Smith, Pete Hannity, and Max Wagner maybe said it best after the ball game on Friday. He and his teammates really for the past couple of weeks have been in postseason mode.
And that has been a mindset that has worked very well for them. They played their best ball here in the last part of the season.
And Wagner has done his part, to say the least, throughout. What a campaign he's had. The power numbers, ACC leader in home runs and slugging percentage. We've seen evidence of that this weekend.
He's just been very consistent all year long. He can hit the fastball. He can hit the breaking pitch. He has plate discipline, and he is squaring up pitches that are all over the strike zone. This guy is a great prospect, including his defensive skills.
Boston College lineup again. Travis Honeyman leads things off, and for a 2nd straight game, he's the DH. Cameron Leary, who homered on Friday, bats 2nd in right field. Luke Gold, another guy who went yard for the Eagles in Friday's 6-2 loss to the Tigers, bats 3rd. Vetrano is the cleanup batter at first base. Barry Walsh in center field. Rafe Chaumette, they're going to give him the start in left field this afternoon. Jimenez, Stallman, and Harrington round out the lineup for Mike Gambino, the 12th-year head coach at his alma mater, Boston Boston College. Tigers' Billy Barlow has grown up in a hurry, and the freshman out of North Myrtle Beach, Ron, again getting a big start for this Clemson team.
Well, he has an explosive arm, Pete. This guy can get it up there, 92, 95. He's got a really good slider and a developing changeup, and he's a guy that when he throws strikes, especially with all three pitches, he can go deep into a ball game.
Tiger team trying to get to a 13th win in the ACC. The RPI is hovering around 30. Monty pointing out after the game yesterday that if you look historically, when the NCAA committee is looking for at-large teams, if you're within 3 games of 500 in a conference like the ACC, right, and 30 or better in the RPI, you've got a really good chance to get in.
Well, and that's underscores the importance of this ball game for the Clemson Tigers. And we noted the last couple of days that despite the fact that Boston College is just kind of playing out their season, they've really competed hard. And there is nothing they would like more than to upset the Tigers today.
And it's a banged up Boston College team. They've lost 1 starter in each of the first 2 games, so they've got some of the reserves you may have noticed in their starting lineup in action today. Honeyman, their best hitter, but 0 for 8 in the series as he takes strike 1 from Barlow underway. Final 3 1/3 innings on Friday. Swing and a miss, and there's the first K of the day for the Tigers freshman righty.
What a good 94-mile-an-hour fastball moving away from the left-handed hitter. Right on the outside corner. Excellent.
Chopper, third base. Jimenez going to be tough to get right at first, and he beats it out. The run was going to score anyway. No way he was going to get Blackwell at home. An RBI on the infield single for Blake Wright.
An arm, as you said, he might help this program down the line as a pitcher.
And that's skied high to left field and well hit. And back on it is Shawmut, and it's out of here. And another first for the guy from the low country. First career home run. Reed Garris, he'll touch them all with a 2-run blast.
He has to be absolutely ecstatic.
A host this year, and did he go? Yes, he did. Second straight day, the ball game ends on a check swing called for a strike that's verified by an umpire on the base pass, and the Clemson Tigers close out the 5-0 victory and the weekend sweep to finish out the regular season in 2022, 5-0.